We are late for a very important date.
No, you go home and go to bed. Take a shower first.
Well, that probably would be good.
No, that'd be very good.
Oh, no, yeah, I've been playing in guinea hen shit. So.
Oh, how they getting bigger?
Oh, they're all adult size.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
How are we going to introduce them to running wild?
Let them out.
Yeah.
Let them out. I don't know.
I don't know when, but
Maybe
we'll get little collars and leashes for them.
Right. Well, I think if we start feeding them in a specific spot, that's up a ways, like up here or something.
I wouldn't go that far because there's too many dogs that run free. And then
If they're gonna learn to fly away from them, we're all gonna get dead.
yeah, I know they're good at flying up into the roof.
That's right.
That's what they do. As long as they don't go over to Partridge Berry Lane again.
I know. That's a bad thing.
In a rainstorm.
In a rainstorm with metal rat.
With
That's
lightning.
right.
And the metal butterfly bush.
Yeah. Oh my God. All right, where were we?
We have the sound on. We have the sound on.
We have sound.
We have sound. I got a couple things here I was saving. I don't know. Save as. I probably ought to save that as toy because I can't remember what I was doing with it. T-O-Y. Instead of properly backing up stuff when I can't remember, I back it up with a toy on the end of it. So I was just playing with this data file. You see how this... Oh, well, we don't have a camera. Let's get the camera on us next. And I'll explain to you what I've been doing because somebody's got to get a hold of this. Come on. Say, there we go.
Show off my desk.
There you go. Oh shit, now I gotta sign in here. Let's see. That's that one. And then the other one is not caps.
Oh, okay. I think she might have used the regular pen, but sometimes
Please. Please let me sign in. There we go. We got it. How about that?
All right.
Life is looking up here. There we go. Not that up.
There you go. Oh, you're good.
Now I forgot what I was going to explain. I was working on a data file.
Data file.
Yeah. Okay. The way our system goes here is that Megan and Devin come out with a list on, I don't know, monthly, weekly, or whatever, every once in a while, with a list of dogs that they're going to cover on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever, on the days that they are here, which is not every day either. I have trouble relating that to the picture of all the dogs, so that I find it a little easier to put in my head if I have a list of all the dogs and then make a list of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And on Monday, well, I can tell you what's supposed to happen. Which day would you like me to read off? Are you paying attention?
I would say...
Give me a day.
Friday. Let's do like
Friday.
a week tally.
Okay, on Friday, Megan, Liv, and Deb are all supposed to be here. Now, no one is supposed to be taking out Basil. He's a bit of a problem, and I'm going to be taking him, apparently. Okay, and Devin does Bear, and the Stewarts have taken Eeyore, and Gelato has Friday. Gelato is Devin, Honey is Devin, and Hoodsy is Megan, and Jaeger is Liv. Aren't you glad you asked? Is Liv. Kanga is Megan. Lacey, I think, is being given to a volunteer.
I pick another day?
No, you got it. You're stuck with it.
All right.
Leo has the day off. Mac is Devin. May is Devin. Megan's father has May for the moment. Mocha is Megan. Aurora is Megan, and Nova is Megan. Oreo has the day off, and so does Penny. Piglet is Devin. Rue is Deb. No, that's not Friday. Is Liv. Rabbit is Liv. Rigel has a day off. Ripple is Devin. Riz is another one that's being a bit of, I don't know, anyway, I have it. Thor is Liv, Winnie is Devon, and Summer is Devon, Gimlet, Liv, Marn, Megan, and Gibson and Apple are Liv. Isn't that wonderful? So you have a picture of, you know which dogs have the day off. And if they have a day off all the way along, then you have to go back in the history and find, what the hell's the matter with this dog? And then I go back on Basil and I find out timid, scared, and I don't know why. So, I'll do it.
Okay.
To see if I can figure out why.
Is that what's going on with Basil?
I don't know. I'll tell you tomorrow.
Okay.
Or maybe next week. You're not here tomorrow.
I'm not here tomorrow, but I'll call you.
Okay, you're going to put me in the pressure. Okay, well, I'll work on it, certainly.
I'll email you Monday. How's that?
It's my first day with this damn list. Well, I've had Riz for 3 days, and she is absolutely perfect at harness. But Bud and I took her over to see Scarlett and... Who's that? Misha. Scarlett, Misha, and Sky. Now, she didn't know Scarlett, Misha, and Sky. They were not her relatives. So they basically were strange dogs to her. I walked in and sat down, and then they turned one loose at a time. They're not paying any attention.
To who?
Bud
What?
was.
What?
Well, I came in and sat down with Riz, and they turned one dog loose at a time. It was Scarlett first. And so Scarlett came over, and this one jumped, oh, shit, a big dog, and came running over to me and got behind my leg. Scared, timid, but just out of the way, get away from me. And I can't really say growl, but most Great Danes make a noise. Oh, shit, I'm scared, And she didn't do anything besides run to me, which was fine, because if I had a service dog, if she was a service dog, I would have said, "Would you get your dog away from mine?" And you'd have had no trouble. So, it's not that she's going to be turned loose with little kids, is what we could not do now. I mean, she definitely didn't like the other dog. Well, anyway, she got used to that dog, so then we let the second one out. Well, that one was a little more forward, Misha. And so we got used, Misha finally kind of went away. And then we let the puppy loose. And the puppy was, she'd all over the place. Hi, just jumped right at her. And she did, but she did not bite her. Did she bite her? Bud was there with me.
Hey,
What's your report on her?
You have a question?
I was there. What is it?
How did you think Riz behaved?
I thought she behaved pretty darn well. Yeah.
I thought so too. I thought it was entirely a controllable situation for a person who paid attention and things. I don't think with this dog you could give her to Bella and George. I didn't know. That's just not going to work.
Yeah, she's
But
going to need
for a normal adult who's paying attention, I don't think she'd be a problem. And we have a couple applicants that kind of fits.
She's a good girl.
Considering she was in a home she'd never been in before, and with 3 dogs dancing all around.
Here we go. Ava's with us. Ava is coming in for whatever it is.
Mail call.
Mail call. There we go.
All right, Wanda, you have to move. Come on.
That's totally fine.
You have to move. There you go.
We're going with it.
Cindy, you get the big chair. Jim, sorry, you get the stool.
It's all right.
Exactly.
That's my life.
If I push this over, it can't push it that way.
Are you moving me already?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, because then they would. Then this is better over here too.
Oh,
Good
okay.
vision over there.
I was saying before, I feel like Johnny Carson with my own desk here.
Well, you don't look like Johnny Carson.
Well, that's true. Nor do I get Johnny Carson's paycheck, but,
I know.
okay.
Nor do you have as many wives as he had. I don't think.
Thank goodness.
What did you inherit?
One's good. I got a good one.
So you've inherited Wanda. Wanda got left here by mistake today. Janine got home and she said, "Have you got Wanda?"
Lucky you. Ava's looking like, what the hell is that dog doing in your lap? What?
That's so strange.
Okay, so it's lively.
Should get lively.
Did anybody get the mail? Mostly.
I hope so, because I never checked it. I don't know. I didn't have time.
There we go. Maybe that's the mail.
I didn't see any boxes.
There's not a whole lot of it, but there's mail. That's the oil bill.
Sorry, Jim, and Cindy, my back is towards you.
That's all right.
I think you're cleared. That's why I moved you, so that they would both be. Okay. So the oil bill goes in the pot. And what do you have? Payment enclosed. Somebody. I didn't have a chance to look at this before I did this. Anyway, here we go. Todd Mudge and Jean Mudge. Very nice. A chicken brick. They're on the chicken bricks. Okay, so we put it on the envelope.
Do I have a name here somewhere?
Jean Mudge, Todd and Jean Mudge,
Well, address, envelope,
Vero Beach.
Vero Beach.
Vero Beach, Florida. And then that goes in the chicken brick department. And we got it made. We're on to the next. This is Blue Cross Blue Shield. We don't need that one. Beth Smith. Okay. Nottingham, Maryland. Mailed Tuesday, 3/5. What is today? That's 4 days. That's a long time. Hang in there. Boy, ain't that the truth. I'm hanging. I'm hanging. Uh-oh.
What did we do?
I did something wrong already here. Wait a minute. We get organized. Oh! Fogan. Hi, Fogan. I got sound. Oh, come on. Yeah, okay, bye. She couldn't hear me. She hadn't heard. Turn the sound on.
Turn the sound on your computer.
That's better. It works if you do that. Okay. It's time to build up the fun fund. It certainly is because we spent some of it. Please accept this small donation. Operation Fun Fund. Keep up the great work. Beth Smith, Silent CP in Maryland since 2015. And she's into giraffes. Okay. Then we have Jan Gerhold. We had a scare today with Sunday Sandy. Went to hospital with chest pain and it was indigestion, so they sent her home again.
Oh, good.
So that was good.
That's very good news. Okay, good.
She's been around here a long time. But she was very careful to call up. She said, I'm on my way out the door in an ambulance. I got somebody who's covering a Opal. Okay. Keep me posted. That's what this thing is around my neck, you know. If I faint or fall down, don't ship me off in an ambulance because I've got dogs in the car. Huge but nicely trained. And that's what I wear if I go into a store and leave them in the car. Which I'm certainly not going to do in the summertime, but, you know, it could happen any time. Which brings up another problem.
Of course.
We have to discuss. These new cars that we have with the back, open the back, let the dog in, and shut the back. Now you fall down and take away in an ambulance? You know? You haven't got your windows open, that car?
Yeah.
Somehow, you at least have to have the driver's window down so the dog can put his head out and say, you left me behind, or something, or a sign around your neck.
Yeah.
There has to be some,
Or the sign on the car.
well, that might not get noticed in an
That's
ambulance
true. That's
situation. Anyway, I will. And then it gives me a chance to talk about these monkey fists. And if anybody wants one, I just take it off and give it to them. Because I have a lot of monkey fists. They're beginning to pile up in the back room.
Say, hey, you know what? Save them for Dog Fest because
That's true.
you'll always be
Cindy is
scrambling at the
saying in
end.
the summer she opens her car door first, then opens door for
Yeah.
indicators.
Yeah, that'd be fine. That's the way we do it in the summer anyway. But with this back hatchback, I've watched them all down there, and they're not doing a damn thing. I mean, they just put the dog in, shut the thing, and now you're in trouble. You know, especially as you get older, you never know when you're going to fall out and get hauled out. Fall down and get hauled out by your heels.
Well, they're young. They don't worry about it.
They don't worry about that, but they're, you know,
Well,
and
you never know.
there's two of them riding in a car together sometimes. Which that somehow you got to figure it out. You should never be outside that car with all the windows shut and the doors. So figure it out. Life would be boring without me. Well, I don't know about
Linda
that.
Gallo says, I leave the driver door when she loads grommet.
Yeah, you got to do something.
Yeah.
I was going to sue for defamation of character, but then I realized I have no character. Oh, God, Bette Midler. She loved nature in spite of what it did to her. She loves nature in spite of what it did to her. That's a good one. That's a good one. We have Harold and Wanda.
Harold and Wanda.
And we did
And
get...
Wanda, that's
We did hear
Harold
from
and Wanda
Leslie
and
White.
Wanda.
We've been yelling for Leslie White for so long. She's finally out of the woods.
right. Oh, good.
Here you go.
She has a personal joint here.
What?
Hello.
Hey, sweetie.
Well, because there's
Here's
no
our
bed for
here's
you.
our pretty Ava right here.
We could straighten it out there. She want to get up here?
Don't know.
I could like get that other one.
No, I think it's Wanda in Cindy's lap.
That could be. There's a rat in Cindy's lap. Okay, TD Bank. That's a bank statement. Somebody, I don't know. D Lake. Well, this is for D Lake.
D Lake.
It's probably Doris Lake. We'll find out. Salisbury. You get paranoid about the whole thing here. Trying to open the envelope.
What's the address? Return address.
Salisbury.
What is it?
Salisbury, Mass.
Oh, Salisbury. It's not a fake one.
It could be. A lot of people in Salisbury.
Well, yeah, but when people send fake ones, they don't use their correct return address.
Okay.
What's it in my lap?
Huh. Derek Lake. Okay. From the Navy. That'd be good. We'll
Is that an
after that
applicant?
guy. Huh?
Is that an applicant?
I'm not supposed to use that word. It's not an applicant, it's a person making an inquiry.
Is it an inquiry?
It's an inquiry.
Okay, so I
How about
put
that?
the name on the list. There you go.
Game over. Well, a lot of games are over. There we go. Next problem. We don't have any boxes, do we?
No, I didn't see any down there.
We had a lot of big ones yesterday. The back
Missed
of the
it.
car. Any rate, okay.
I've got about 15 bags of dog food out there I need to load. We can bring those in and shove them on the floor. I mean,
No, that's all right. They can take it. What do you got?
What do we got? Well, first let me finish this.
Come on, you're sitting there doing nothing. Here you go. Put that together. Oh. Keep you entertained. I like a sharp, pointy nose.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's the problem. That's why I have to buy that one.
Sharp, pointy nose? What are we talking about?
I'm trying to put the glue, the super glue in here. I like to have a nose so I
I
can
thought,
point down
like,
in there.
Bud was going to start shaving his nose down or something.
No.
Okay. Thank you. I feel
So I
better.
squirt glue down in there ways to get it stuck.
Yeah.
So Graham Two Boy says she has window stickers on her house to notify the fire department there are dogs and cats in the house. I imagine you could do the same for your car. Not a bad idea.
No, I know, but I know how well people read signs, and I have
You
absolutely
got
no
it.
faith in it.
True.
You got a window open, you got a window open.
Especially in an emergency, people aren't
Take the
gonna stop
responsibility yourself. Don't say, well, they didn't read the sign on my window. No, you have a responsibility to solve the problem yourself. And an open window would certainly do that. Eventually, somebody noticed.
A lot of Harold and Wandas here.
Yep.
Sharon Lord says, a tasty morsel in Cindy's lap.
Now that's a name for a dog, Tasty Morsel.
Tasty morsel.
There's a name.
In Ava's eyes, that's probably correct.
She's having a good sniff.
Oh. We do have food today, too. We're back in the fish business.
Oh, goody.
And they got to meet the chef today.
Oh, really?
Jeff, the chef.
Like the chef?
The chef in the cafe, yeah.
Wow. I'm impressed. So,
Seemed
report?
very nice.
It was nice, okay.
He went back in and said, hey, did the dogs like the salmon skins? I said, yeah, actually they did. He says, I got a batch, you want them? So,
Oh, wow.
yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Having salmon skins for breakfast.
You too?
Oh, you too?
All right. Our Sam K wants to know, are Maybe and Snowball being let out overnight, or are we locking them in?
I was just thinking that. I said somebody's going to ask about that. We ought to shut them in tonight, you know.
Okay. I'll go down
You'll go down and ask them to come in, please.
Well, they were in. I mean,
Well, they
hopefully.
may be. They should be.
I don't know if
If they had
are
any
the
sense, they'd
second,
be
but-
in. Donkeys are usually pretty sensible. And all the we almost got in trouble. One of the camera people who really was, trying to be helpful, etc., suggested we put a halter on Mother so we could get a hold of her so we could pat her.
Oh, no. No.
First of all, if she wants to come over to you, the whole theory around this whole place with animals in general, except ones that are being obnoxious, but animals in general is we don't use our muscles to control them. That's absolutely necessary. When she warms up, you stand there with carrots and she'll come over
She
eventually.
will in time.
She will.
Yeah, I
Well,
mean,
there's no point in putting her hand and saying, hey, get over here, I want to pat you now.
Look,
That's a bad thing.
When Harley first came, and she was all beat up. I mean, it took her months before she really started to warm up. to
But they
people.
do.
I mean, in weeks she was letting people approach her, but really for a long time before she got really comfortable.
And the ears, because these cowboys, they don't have time to put halters on, they just grab the ears. So, you're in trouble already.
Wow.
But the other thing about putting a halter on a mother with a baby like that is sometimes the babies play with mommy's head, and they can get a foot stuck in that halter.
Wow.
So, no. So, when you're making suggestions about things, the suggestions ought to come through me. Because sometimes it sounds good, and a well-meaning person could say, oh, that's a good idea, I'll do that, when they don't realize some of the problems. So it really has to come by me.
Well,
So there.
It did come through you.
What?
It did come through you.
What one? What one?
This one. It was a mail call thing. It came through you. Huh?
Huh? You got me a little bit on that one.
Yeah, so-
What?
So
The halter,
I'm
no.
watching them right now, and it almost looks like maybe it's got like one eye up on the camera. It's like, okay, I know you're watching me. It's funny.
Is there an extension for that nozzle? Or is it just?
What she wanted me to do.
Trim your nose.
Yeah, I don't know.
What?
What do you want me to do with that?
I need a pointy end on it.
Oh.
There's different shapes.
So that cone-shaped one?
Not this kind of thing. I need this kind of thing.
There's-
It's a long,
There's
The
like,
longest, thinnest one you got.
longest pointed one there, I think. The one is pretty long.
it's not
The
that
diameter.
All right, this is going to be a contest, guys. So we'll see who
big. The
can
diameter's
who
the
can
same.
make the best points here.
See, I've been working with this one.
Yeah.
'Cause that one does work. Anything longer would be better, but that does work.
What about the hole, the diameter?
He's like, I don't
No,
give a
the
damn, I just
diameter
wanted
holds
to
the
keep
same
it.
one, I think.
That's
Poor
what I
Ava,
think
though,
they
huh?
are pretty much.
I think
That-
that's the longest
Oh,
one.
wow. Wow.
That
Good.
There's one in between.
That even has a smaller diameter,
Really? Wow, I mean, does it keep melted out that far? I never saw one that hard.
Yeah, but you're right, this is it's It's a wider diameter opening. This is what you've got is the smaller diameter.
Okay.
Yeah, no,
The
no,
one that's in there is
the one that's in there,
smaller diameter.
which is
than
the
that.
same as what you're using. So you might want to
See,
experiment
this is the
with,
same length, but it's a smaller diameter than
right,
that.
you might want to experiment with either of these longer.
What's that? That looks like that might be a good one. This is a little excessive. I wonder if the glue wouldn't start to get cold out the end of it. You know?
Well,
Why don't we put that one on?
I imagine the bronze keeps hot from the element all the way out.
I know I burn my fingers on them all the
Oh,
time.
yeah.
You get a little hot glue on there, really heats up your fingers.
I imagine it conducts all the way.
That looks pretty good. That looks like that's a big improvement. Let me put them all in a box so I have them someplace.
So now, do you want to sit and see these
Right
now?
here.
There you go, you got them.
Jody from Maryland says maybe he has learned how to from chaos how to give the great stink eye.
Ugh.
Wally G wants to know, is it going to be cold enough tonight to turn on the heat lamp?
No, I don't think so.
It was off when we went down before, so she'll
I didn't know how to turn. You know, the one thing that is weird about this baby, and I hate to mention it because I'm going to hear stuff and hear stuff and hear stuff. And Janine hasn't seen this before either. When she runs and shakes her head, the cartilage in her ears is weaker. Her ears flop just a little bit. I don't think I've ever seen that with another donkey. And I mentioned it to Janine. She said, I haven't either. She said, I noticed that but didn't say anything. But when she shakes her head, I just worry about, you know, the business of Great Danes getting their ears to stand up. Gotta have this, or we're gonna have a
You gonna have her ears cropped?
no.
Be akin to a flop-eared mule.
And a Nubian donkey.
A Nubian donkey is what we're gonna have here.
We'll have to get one of those little, things that you made with the tape and the
Tampons
yeah,
with the tampons.
the coat hangers.
But I don't know whether that means I don't know whether that means weak cartilage or what, because that's what the ear is, cartilage. I don't know, but it is strange. It looks, whatever happens is going to happen. We're not going to do anything about it. But
all I keep thinking about is German Shepherd puppies,
yep,
and they have these
Yep.
giant ears and they flop over.
Yep.
And then in a few months
They
they're
do
right
stand
up.
up.
There. Yeah.
Yep.
So.
well, it could be. That could be an indication that somehow in the gestation period the cartilage forms last or something.
Yep.
So as they could be, I don't know, but there is something weird about that baby. And that's the only thing. She's perfectly healthy, bouncing
She's
around.
really cute.
She is
She
cute.
just shook her head there again. Yeah,
I think that also having that door open was nice so that they get the afternoon sun.
Yeah.
Because that baby wasn't getting any sun.
Well, she was outside for a while today.
She was, but we didn't open it until about 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah. At one point, I came over with the tractor, and it kind of startled her, and she jumped back and she went on the other side of Maybe, and then she went boom, 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 right down over by the hay rack. She just jumped down. It was funny.
Well, when a baby horse is certainly within the first 24 hours, they can run almost as fast as a mother.
Really?
Yep. And she's no exception because she was out there and she was dry. So she'd been born 8 hours, but I don't know how long it takes to dry them off, but she was dry. And we had to walk her through that heavy snow. And she's bouncing and bouncing, and she'd go about 20 feet, and then Mommy would just stand there. Everybody catch their breath, and then Haley did a beautiful job of herding them. And Haley'd move in a little bit, and they'd bounce on a little further. But it was tough because it was about 8 inches deep, and her legs, it had a little bit of a crust to it. So it was tough.
It's
But she made it.
An incredible documentary that I've watched 3 times now. I probably shouldn't. I won't say the name of it in case I'm not supposed to, but it's about an amazing day on the planet. I'll just say that.
Oh.
And but they show different animals all over the world in different regions, like cold, hot, and they show animals in Africa being born and then have predators like nearby and
Well,
how
yeah,
the bird
the
protects
afterbirth.
them.
You got to get away from the afterbirth.
It's just amazing. It's just
Yep.
incredible. The instinct is just amazing.
Yep.
Just incredible. So Lila Mae 6 from Ohio wants to know, how old is Ava?
4 on Monday.
4 on Monday. Oh,
4 on
Ava,
Monday.
happy birthday! If we had known, we should have gotten a cake.
We'll celebrate on the
Sort of took care of
19th.
that. They're not
Well, it's the
cakes,
9th.
they're
Could we just put a 1 in?
peanut butter muffins.
I mean,
Already been done.
and just kind of wing it, No? Okay.
So,
It was a good try.
did you bring a candle? Oh, you didn't bring a candle.
No candle?
Did you see the dog's birthday cake where they had candles in a barbecue chicken? Do it right.
Yeah,
So
really.
Cindy found online, with everything else in the world, peanut flour. So peanuts ground to the consistency of seal flour and baked. They're actually rather tasty. They're muffins.
Yeah.
And no wheat to mess up your digestion. So.
Whatever. Everything in moderation, I guess. Don't feed a bunch of it to her, but it'll be all right.
Now, we already made a mistake when she was first at home of giving her way too much peanut butter. I cleaned that.
Did you use a Kong or did you just right out?
No, it was a Kong, and we really filled it.
No, I mean for you.
Oh.
Never mind.
No. I think I used a dustpan and I'm not sure what else. Eventually a mop.
Jane Sladen wants to know, might her ears have been damaged out in the cold after birth?
I don't know. Something's different.
But I mean,
I have seen donkeys with their tips of their ears frostbitten.
really? Oh, I suppose.
I saw I saw them in the summertime after the top of the ear was gone,
Ooh.
but it was only just a little bit of the tip that was gone. This is the whole ear's kind of flopping. I don't know. These
She
are
looks-
wild animals. They are. A lot of them are born out in that weather.
I know. Well, that's what I was going to say. They are, and you've said that a lot. And
Yeah, they I just have never seen ears flopping around like that. The other thing is you have to realize that, if she gets cold, she goes over and gets a drink of hot cocoa. That's hot milk that comes
she
out
has
of that
chocolate
thing.
milk, really?
Whatever. It's hot milk. And that fills up her insides, keeps her innards warm.
Yeah, I suppose keep her core up.
Yeah.
I was going to clean the lens on the camera today too.
That would be good.
Yeah, because I'm seeing some flare there. I'll do it before I leave tonight. Okay. Lila Mae has a picture. I guess it's her dog. She says her ears like Gracie Girl, and her ears are like tipped over. Oh, so there you go. Toria says, if you're going down to Maybe stall, could you please clean the camera lens? I am. I meant to do it today, and I never got to it. It was busy, and
I don't know how that camera lens gets so dirty.
oh, it's just the dust in the air and whatever, and it just sticks to
It
it.
looks like serious crud.
Yeah.
We could how does it get on the camera lens? I mean, if there were dogs in there with a slobber, I could see it, but donkeys are usually neater than that.
And then Terry says, if you're going down to the stall, do you think you could please also move the hay piles away from the divider so the donkeys on the other side don't get their heads stuck in the divider again trying to reach it?
That's not a bad idea.
All right, I'll have to look at it. I didn't really notice that.
Well, they're living in hay, which is not a bad thing. It's like standing around in Big Macs.
I want to. You can't really see it now. I'll when I go down, I'll take a peek at that. Joe Marcano, always good to see me. Thanks, Joe.
How much do you have to pay him to say that?
I send him a check once a week. And then, hi, Carlene.
Hello.
All your dogs have such sweet personalities. Is that the breed, or is it just how your Danes are raised?
I think Danes are born fine. I think a lot of Danes are ruined.
And that's from Pig.
Who?
They're Pig.
Peggy?
Yeah, you've said that before, yeah.
I think Danes are born okay. I think you can ruin a Dane. I think you can ruin a Dane by roughhousing with them. They're big, but they're not. These are not big bold dogs that want to get knocked over. You knock over a Dane once or twice, he's not going to go near you again. You know, they don't think that's nice. So that, along with putting that halter on that mare, we try never to use our muscles to control the puppies, even when they're born. We don't like people coming in and picking up puppies and carrying around. Not around here. Right?
Let them come to you.
Let them come to you and crawl all over you is fine. That's why everybody sits on the floor. So I don't have to listen to me yell at them.
Well, we get down to their level, you know.
You get down there.
It's just tough getting back up, that's all.
I see on some of these other places that are on camera or whatever, you know, and the people picking up the dogs and carrying, they want to go somewhere and they want to go faster, so they pick up the dog and walk along instead of, okay, we're going to figure out how to get over there now. You know?
I've seen people walking their dogs and they're carrying them.
Yeah.
It's like, there's something wrong with this picture. It's
Well,
just,
try right there.
yeah.
Wanda.
Carriages.
Cindy.
Wanda likes the
I know. Lila Mae from Ohio says, "Happy birthday, Ava." Yeah, that was you, honey.
Yeah, you.
Say happy birthday. If I had known, I would have brought you something. I owe you. Okay, moving on.
Oh, yeah, our vet gets down on the floor.
What's this?
Oh, really?
Vet, I mean, when they first met, was down on the floor with her.
It should be.
And breaking up cookies and distracting her. while
That's right,
he
you
was
don't-
right in.
Oh, that's
The damn things are bigger than you are. You want to cross them? It's like having a baby brother who's littler than you for a long time, and then all of a sudden he gets bigger than you are.
That's right.
That can be a bad thing.
Especially if you were rough on him when he was little.
Yeah.
And that's a good memory.
Well, that kind of happened in my family because my oldest sister, she was basically 5 foot tall. And both Franny and I are like 5'10", or like I was, and she could boss me around for a while. Then all of a sudden I got bigger, and she couldn't reach things off the top shelf. She had to ask. Funny.
Snizzer Mom wants to know, has anyone looked inside Snowball's ears, or is that necessary?
No.
Okay.
What are they expecting to find in there? You know, the only thing we see is the fact that there is a cartilage. There's something funny with the cartilage. But what on earth are we going to do about it? Anything? No. You're not going to change your diet. But, you know, no. You go putting the straps on him, then she's not going to be able to nurse. You know, you don't want to fool around. She's going to have floppy ears, she's going to have floppy ears. It's going to be one of those things.
We'll call her Floppy Snowball. Molly G says, with the new flooring, the donkeys are now able to lick the camera.
That could be.
They're higher now, yeah.
And Jody from Maryland says, you raised them, maybe they can reach it now. I will
Well,
get out
Mo
and
could.
clean it up.
Who was in there? There was a...
No, Mo can reach everything. She can.
Yeah, but
she
who
can
was
reach
the
the
animal
loft.
we decided to name Liquor? Who was that? Come on, guys. That was such a clever name.
Liquor?
He was licking the lens. It was one of Janine's animals that she took out. And I said, that animal's got to be named Liquor.
I don't remember.
It was just within the last month. No?
I don't remember.
Well, I
Sorry.
tell you.
Either
Somebody
that or-
out there
I
remember.
totally missed it. I'm sorry.
Somebody's got to remember it, because that was a cute name. He kept licking the lens.
They called her Liquor.
Yeah, that's what I did. Yeah.
I'm glad someone remembered. Thank you. Or, as Ogden Nash said, liquor is quicker, but candy is dandy.
That's not what he said.
Well, no, there was more to it than
I
that.
think it was the other way around.
It was
It was the other way around.
Yes, candy is dandy. Candy is dandy, but
Liquor's
liquor is quicker.
quicker.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
Have some Madeira, my dear.
I have dyslexic poem recall.
I spent so much time today trying to remember the whole bit about putting trees on the soldier's hat so that it looked like the woods were moving. And I finally got it, but boy, I bet you I was an hour at that.
What's it from?
It's from Shakespeare, it turns out.
Okay.
When Birnam Woods comes to Dunsinane.
Dunsinane, yes.
Well, that's in today's Daily
I was
Dog.
thinking of Monty Python.
Oh,
No, it's Macbeth.
yeah. I spent a lot of time on that one today, but it was such a good one.
Michelle Mitchell sent you a cake, Ava. A picture of one, anyway.
It's a picture.
Thank you, Michelle. Graham Two Boys. One of the rescue donkeys the Cowboys brought was liquor. He really slobbered on the lens.
That must be it then. I knew there was one. There's a bunch due in here tonight. Is anybody booked for the guest house tonight?
We are.
You are? Okay. The guys are going to be in the training room?
Yep.
Yeah. So get ready to chase them through.
Okay.
Yeah. I think
No big deal.
Janine has told them the training room.
Better put the latch on the door.
Yes, Carlene.
What?
Linda said yes.
Linda said yes?
And John and Jack.
Whatever that means.
I don't know. John and Jack, the guy comes with his son.
Yep.
So they cleared off all the back stairs and everything there.
Yes.
Those two guys, that guy and his son, they worked
They
so
work.
hard.
And they'll do anything.
They just work.
Yes.
Work constantly all day.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Oh no, it's
He's
great.
training his son very well.
But I'm just saying that they just are amazing, and thank you guys, and it's just amazing.
Well, they came to me today and they said that he's a National Honor Society. And he needs,
My chair.
you know, whatever. They just told him now. I said, he's already got the hours, you know. I said, I'd sign it right away, you know. So there.
So there.
Go ahead. We're getting hungry. Are we getting hungry yet? Are we allowed to get hungry yet?
And Murr says Ogden Nash. Yes, I know. My favorite poem. I have a couple of his books. I love them.
Have some Madeira. my dear.
Tasha says it was a horse or a mule that came with the Cowboys.
Didn't that end up over in Janine's over in Hamilton?
I have no idea.
I don't know.
I don't
Who
know.
knows? Janine's got a pretty funny thing going over there. Look, she'd get thrown out. She's on the Winthrop estate. It's Winthrop, as in Winthrop, Massachusetts. You know,
Yeah.
the guy who invented Massachusetts. Beautiful, beautiful piece of property. It's like 1,200 acres. And it used to be all full of beautiful thoroughbreds and jumping horses and all this. And Janine's there with a bunch of crazy mules and donkeys. You know, some of Anne thinks it's fine. She's the one that got him in there, but I don't know whether the whole family's going to think those donkeys are as cute as Anne does. But she has another inn coming. There's a big estate up on Route 1, the top of one of these hills, that they've now taken over to have it be a function hall, and they have a big pasture down, and Janine is in there. She's going to fill it up with Amish workhorses.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
So they, you know, retired Amish workhorses for people to watch when they're having
Nice.
their wedding parties. I don't know.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's nice.
That'd be a good one.
Yeah.
Wally G wants to know how long is Wanda staying.
Till Janine picks her up.
Or until Cindy sits back real hard.
All right. Bentley is grumbling in the background. Yes, he is. He's finally quieted down. He grumbles and snores a lot.
Well,
He's comfy.
the air goes through his vocal cords.
Yeah, he's a comfy.
Well, you can tell when he's growling because when Eeyore started to try and play with the yuppie puppy, he didn't like it.
Oh, really?
He didn't go after him, but he every time he went anywhere near the yuppie because Riz can work it beautifully. She's gone.
Good girl, Riz. All
Okay,
right,
we
I
done?
think we're about done. So, thank you, everyone. Thank you for your support, as always.
Okay.
And have a great weekend.
And thank you for the
Be
fun
safe.
fund.
Thank you for the fun.
And the chick and the brick.
And the chicken and the bricks.
Bye.
Bye.